I'm Larry Flowers, the Public Safety Information Director for the Murfreesboro Police Department, Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department. First begin by saying the information is preliminary and it is subject to change. You know, anytime you hear about a plane going down, you know, your first thought is that it's a tragic ending. We're happy to report that all three people on board are safe. They are at the hospital right now being treated for their injuries. And we do ask that you, the public, pray for them that they may make a speedy recovery. We're currently airport officials, Murfreesboro Police, as well as other officials are on the scene. They have secured the area beyond this tree line behind me. From what I understand, it's about 30 yards from this particular tree line is where that aircraft went down. The preliminary investigation shows that around 11:30 this morning, the plane went down in this wooded area behind me. From what we understand, that pilot was flying, to this area. He ended up calling the airport, and then before he could make it to the airport, the plane went down. At this point, according to the investigation, we're looking at a emergency landing that ended up into a crash landing. You have to take your hat off to this pilot who had the forethought to put the plane down in a tree line rather than this busy Clark Boulevard area where you see a lot of businesses, residential place, as well as apartment buildings next to it. He was attempting to land in an open field just beyond this tree line, but did not make it, went down in the tree line. From what we understand is a male pilot as well as a male passenger has been taken to St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital. A female passenger has been taken to Vanderbilt Medical Hospital in Nashville to be treated for their injuries. The FAA is on the way. They will be leading this investigation, so this may be the only briefing that I'm able to give when the federal authorities come in to take over the investigation. We are still in the early stages of the investigation, and as we know, investigation of this nature take time. And we just ask for the patience from the public as well as the media to allow the investigators to figure out what happened here. And then we can be able to share that information with you. And, you know, Murfreesboro is a close-knit community. And whenever something like this happens, you know, it just brings us closer. And we really appreciate, you know, the first responders, particularly the Murfreesboro Fire Rescue Department, Rutherford County Emergency Medical Services, who both went in and tended to those patients as they got off that particular plane. I'll be able to take a few questions. Again, information is preliminary, so I may not be able to have the answers for you right now.
Are you able to share anything more about their injuries, life-threatening, kind of need surgery, do you know this time?
From what I understand, there were some lacerations. To the extent of the other injuries, I'm not sure. The good news is they were able to, they're okay. They're listed in stable condition, and so that is really, really good news.
Any word on cause? What might possibly go down?
We're still in the early stages of the investigation. That question will be answered once the federal authorities come on the scene and able to look at the black box as well as talk to the pilot to see, you know, what may have happened that led to him attempting to make this emergency landing. From what I understand, we got the call at 11:30. It's really close to our police department. Our police department is only a few streets over. I wasn't here originally as on the scene, so I can't say who was first on the scene. But again, that will be part of the investigation. I can try to get that for you later.
Do you know anything about the pilot's training, history, experience contributing to, trying to do everything, crash, land in the field?
You know, you have to understand, again, this investigation is fluid, it's active. Those are the questions that we will be asking the pilot to see exactly what happened that led to him doing this. But what's important here is that this pilot had the forethought not to land this plane or attempt to land this plane on this busy street or in this residential and business area. He chose to try to make it to this empty field. It came short of the field and ended in the tree line. And that tree line may have been the one of the things that helped save them.
You mentioned that the crash happened behind the tree line and that this is a residential business area. Were there any residents or businesses that were affected by this that maybe had to evacuate or close for the day?
None at all. All these businesses are still open. People are wandering in the parking lot here at the apartment complex. We didn't even have to shut down Clark Boulevard or anything. So there was no disruption to the public going by here or the businesses in this area. It's just that we've established a crime scene not a crime scene, but we've established a crash scene over here. So nobody is able to get behind there. So just here in the front of the building. Got anything, Nikki? As far as this year, from my understanding, yes, but we have had a small plane crash here in the past. We're just grateful that this pilot, was able to put this plane down, in this tree line, and he, as well as his two passengers, were able to walk away safely. Let's see if I missed anything. Any other questions? Again, like I said, the federal authorities will be taking over the investigation, and we're going to work closely with our airport authorities as well as the federal authorities to try to figure out what happened that led to this.
You said the FAA was on the way. Do you know ever ETA that they may be here?
I haven't gotten the ETA. I can touch bases with the airport manager, who's still here on the scene, but they're en route.
Do you know where they were coming from?
Do not. I do not have the information as to where they were traveling from. I don't have any information about the pilot or the aircraft in general, other than it was a single engine plane, a 6-seater, and there were 3 people aboard.